Good day, learners! I am Teacher Phoebe, your guide in exploring the world of theater arts. So join me as we continue to discover and experience what music has to offer this fourth quarter. Now, get your pen and your answer sheet before we proceed.
I know that you are much ready to explore the world of theater arts. In this series of activities will be given for you to be familiarized with the happenings in a theater place. Thus, at the end of this presentation, you are expected to define the characteristics of a musical theater, value the importance of the skills needed in performing a musical theatrical play, and perform a simple but outstanding Philippine theatrical play.
Do you want to build a theater? Well, if you want to build it, don't go away, learners, because we will start by testing your knowledge regarding our lesson for today. So, read or listen to the questions or statements, then choose your answer from the choices. Do not forget to write the letter of your answers on your answer sheet.
Ready? Number 1. It is one of the dramatic performances that combines song, dance, action, and dialogue. Letter A, ballet. Letter B, drama. Letter C, opera. Letter D, musical theater. Number 2. It is a kind of dramatic performance which communicate their story almost through dance with little to no dialogue. Letter A, ballet. Letter B, drama. Letter C, opera. Letter D, musical theater. Number 3. It is a dramatic production in which the dialogue is nearly entirely sung by the performers. Letter A, ballet. Letter B, drama. Letter C, opera. Letter D, musical theater. Number 4. It is a play written in verse which uses traditional methods of the march for entrance and exit with choreographed fighting and magical effects. Letter A, vaudeville. Letter B, comedia. Letter C, zarzuela. Letter D, secular comedia. Number 5. It portrays the typical Filipino realities and stories which viewers can relate in their lives. Letter A, vaudeville. Letter B, comedia. Letter C, zarzuela. Letter D, secular comedia. Number 6. The entertainers in this theater play helped to make jazz and blues popular and admired in our country. Letter A, vaudeville. Letter B, comedia. Letter C, zarzuela. Letter D, secular comedia. Number 7. It is considered to be a can-do attitude that will help you stand out in any performance you do. Letter A, analytical mind. Letter B, confidence. Letter C, flexibility. Letter D, self-consciousness. Number 8. It is a skill needed by performers in order to adapt and apply their skills and talents to a variety of roles, genres, techniques, and styles. Letter A, analytical mind. Letter B, confidence. Letter C, flexibility. Letter D, self-consciousness. Number 9. It is the ability to break down and analyze choreography. Letter A, analytical mind. Letter B, confidence. Letter C, flexibility. Letter D, self-consciousness. Number 10. Which of the choices is not concerned with musicals? Letter A, dance. Letter B, spoken dialogue. Letter C, song. Letter D, none of the above. With your pen and your answer sheet, let's check your answers. Number 1, letter D. Number 2, letter A. Number 3, letter C. Number 4, letter B. Number 5, letter C. Number 6, letter A. Number 7, letter B. Number 8, letter C. Number 9, letter A. And number 10, letter D.
How was the test? If you were not able to answer all the questions correctly, do not feel bad about it because I believe you will learn them as we proceed with our lesson. From your previous module or video lesson, you have learned the music of some famous Philippine festivals and the theatrical forms. In this lesson, you will apply what you have learned from your previous lesson. So, just relax and enjoy the show. Let us start by defining musical theater. Musical theater is a combination of song, dance, action, and dialogue. It means that the show or the production is a combination of the different elements of arts, and there is an equal importance given to the music, to the movement, to the dialogue, and to the other elements of arts. However, we have other dramatic performances which is somewhat similar to musical theater.
For you not to get confused, let's differentiate musical from other dramatic performances. What are these? We have ballet and opera. How are we going to differentiate ballet and opera from musical? Ballet is a dramatic performance wherein it communicates the story almost through dance with little to no dialogue. Watch this example. Opera, on the other hand, is a dramatic performance wherein the dialogue is nearly entirely sung by the performers. An example of this is while musical is a dramatic performance wherein the actor often sing and dance but much of the plot is spoken and acted.
You can't go in that. Let's see. Oh, my friends, could you help me one more time? Splendid. Oh, come along, my dear. Now it's your turn. Here we go. You got it. Put them together and what have they got? Bibbidi-bobbidi. Bibbidi-bobbidi. It's a beautiful dress. And look, glass slippers. Oh, it's like a dream. A wonderful dream come true. Yes, my child. But like all dreams, well, I'm afraid this can't last forever. You'll have only till midnight and then midnight. Oh, thank you. Oh, you must.
To generalize the difference between ballet, opera, and musicals, here are the keywords. Ballet is more on dancing, opera is more on singing, while musical gives equal importance to dancing, singing, acting, and dialogue.
I hope you can now identify musical theater. However, our lesson doesn't end here. Let's get in our theater room. Welcome to the world of theater arts. Presenting to you the performances of Comedia, Zarzuela, and Vaudeville.
The first example of Philippine musical theater is Comedia. Comedia is a play written in verse which uses traditional methods of the marcha or march for entrance and exit with choreographed fighting and magical effects. For you to visualize this Philippine musical theater Comedia, watch this video.
Haring sinungaling, bakit di sinunod? Ang inuutos ko at pinagbibiling. Magpakatatag ka, lilot pala kayo. Ang iyong hininga, ngayon malalagot. Murang talikandas, tigil ang pamasa. Sa oras na ito magpakatatag ka. Kapag namali ka, lilot pala mara. Tatapusan ngayon, na iyong hininga.
The second example is Zarzuela. Zarzuela portrays the typical Filipino realities and stories which viewers can relate in their lives, such as elections and feasts, marriage and family, vices and values. For you to clear your imagination, watch this video.
Silaban ang tunay mong pangalan.
Tuwing nababanggit mo ang unang sukapan, nagigising ang galit at di mapigilan.
Hindi maghahandog sa lahing ni Satan. Ang panyong iyan ay talagang sa'yo, sampunan at burna. Si Julian pagtampo'y roko.
And the third example is vaudeville. Vaudeville formed musical trends and musicians, performers, and performance genres. In this stage show, the entertainers helped to make jazz and blues popular and admired in our country. Can you name some of these pictures? Those sample pictures that I posted are the different vaudeville stars. For you to watch an example of a vaudeville musical theater performance, watch this video.
Ikaw nagmumukmok at bakit ka nagpapakabulok? Walang mangyayari kung magtatago, lalo ka lang matatanso. Bakit ba ikaw nagmumukmok? Tama na ang iyong mga drama, paiyak-iyak at pasinghot-singhot pa. Isipin basta't mayroon kang kanta, banat na lang handa-handa makalyo ang paa. Tama na ang iyong mga drama. Beat-it-pop-beat, pop-beat-it-um, pop-a-beat-um, pop-beat-it-um, pop-a-beat-bop, pop-beat-it-um, pop-a-beat-a-beat-a-beat-a-bom. Beat-it-bit-um, beat-it-bit-um, beat-it-bom. Beat-bop-a-beat-a-beat-a-bom.
Did you enjoy the theater show? I hope you did. Were you curious on how they came up with those performances? I will now reveal their secrets. So listen carefully because these secrets will be your weapon for your performance task later. Tan-tan-tan-tan-tan! Presenting the skills needed in performing a musical theater arts.
Confidence is a skill needed in a musical theater performance because this will drive you to do something great. Confidence is a can-do attitude that will help you stand out in any performance. An analytical mind is also important for you to be able to interpret a role in a script and for you to be able to break down and analyze choreography. It is important to internalize your character and for you to understand your lines on the script. So, it will give you the idea on how you should portray your character. The ability to self-reflect is also a needed skill in musical theater performance because this is a way of assessing yourself, your ways of working, and your way of thinking. This is not only applicable in theater performance but also in some other aspects of your life or in some subject matters. For example, in your TLE subject. You wouldn't use a recipe a second time around if the dish didn't work the first time, would you? You would either adjust the recipe or find a new and hopefully better one. When we learn, we can become stuck in a routine that may not be working effectively. Thinking about your own skills can help you identify changes you might need to make. Another skill needed in musical theater performance is flexibility. Flexibility means the skill to adapt and apply the skills and talents to a variety of roles, genres, techniques, and styles. This means you are not stuck in one corner doing the same strategy or work. Example, in your first role, you are a crazy person. On the second role, you are a beggar. And on the third role, you are a king or queen.
Good to see you again, learners! Thank you for finishing the show. Now that you're armed with the information, do these activities prepared for you.
It's time to check your understanding. For Assessment 1, write the keywords that define a musical theater. Write your answer on your answer sheet. You are given 40 seconds for this activity, and your timer starts now. Let us now check your answers. The keywords that define a musical theater are acting, dancing, singing, talking or dialogue. Were you able to write these keywords too? If yes, good job! If no, you may go over this video again later. Our next assessment will be self-reflection. Do you possess or have the skills needed in a theatrical performance? What are these skills again? These are confidence, analytical mind, ability to self-reflect, and flexibility. If your answer is yes, how do these skills help you as a student? If your answer is no, how will you ask help from your classmates, friends, families, or teachers in order to improve yourself? You may pause this video for 5 minutes for you to write your answer on your answer sheet.
You may take a break for 5 minutes before we proceed to our next activities. Make sure to come back and I'll be waiting! Thank you for coming back. Enjoy doing your task and you may ask help from your family members or neighbors for this activity. This activity will be done after the video presentation, so you may always review the instructions after this lesson or you may copy the instructions before continuing this video.
For your performance task, please be guided by the following instructions below. First, choose one among the examples of a Philippine musical theater that can be performed during the festival in your locality. Choose a character from the play whom you want to imitate or copy. Second, improvise any suitable musical accompaniment, or you may download any suitable background music to enhance your performance. Third, choose a suitable costume to support your character. And then fourth, take a video of your performance and submit it to your teacher's messenger account or through flash drive or share it. This will be my guide in evaluating your performance. The criteria are choreography, confidence and flexibility, costume and music accompaniment, punctuality, and overall impact. The highest possible score will be 60 points. Before we end this lesson, answer first this post-assessment. Read and understand each statement or question, then write your chosen answer on your answer sheet. You may always pause this video while answering. Ready? Number 1. It is one of the dramatic performances that combines song, dance, action, and dialogue. Letter A, ballet. Letter B, drama. Letter C, opera. Letter D, musical theater. Number 2. It is a dramatic production in which the dialogue is nearly entirely sung by the performers. Letter A, ballet. Letter B, drama. Letter C, opera. Letter D, musical theater. Number 3. It is a play written in verse which uses traditional methods of the march for entrance and exit with choreographed fighting and magical effects. Letter A, vaudeville. Letter B, commedia. Letter C, zarzuela. Letter D, secular commedia. Number 4. It is a kind of dramatic performance which communicate their story almost through dance with little to no dialogue. Letter A, ballet. Letter B, drama. Letter C, opera. Letter D, musical theater. Number 5. The entertainers in this theater play helped to make jazz and blues popular and admired in our country. Letter A, vaudeville. Letter B, commedia. Letter C, zarzuela. Letter D, secular commedia. Number 6. It portrays the typical Filipino realities and stories which viewers can relate in their lives. Letter A, vaudeville. Letter B, commedia. Letter C, zarzuela. Letter D, secular commedia. Number 7. It is a skill needed by performers in order to adapt and apply their skills and talents to a variety of roles, genres, techniques, and styles. Letter A, analytical mind. Letter B, confidence. Letter C, flexibility. Letter D, self-consciousness. Number 8. Which of the choices is not concerned with musicals? Letter A, dance. Letter B, spoken dialogue. Letter C, song. Letter D, none of the above. Number 9. It is the ability to break down and analyze choreography. Letter A, analytical mind. Letter B, confidence. Letter C, flexibility. Letter D, self-consciousness. Number 10. It is a way of assessing your skills, strengths, and weaknesses. Letter A, ability to self-reflect. Letter B, confidence. Letter C, flexibility. Letter D, self-consciousness. Number 11. It is considered to be a can-do attitude that will help you stand out in any performance you do. Letter A, ability to self-reflect. Letter B, confidence. Letter C, flexibility. Letter D, self-consciousness. Number 12. It is a way of assessing yourself, your ways of working, and your way of thinking. Letter A, ability to self-reflect. Letter B, confidence. Letter C, flexibility. Letter D, self-consciousness. Number 13. In a musical theater performance, there is an equal importance given to the music, dialogue, movement, and other elements. Letter A, true. Letter B, false. Number 14. A character in a theater art must prepare thoroughly before stepping into the stage. Letter A, true. Letter B, false. Number 15. It is enough to have only the confidence in performing a theatrical play. Letter A, true. Letter B, false. It's time to check your answers. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Number 9. Number 10. Number 11. Number 12. Number 13. Number 14. Number 15.
Before we end this lesson, sing a sentence that you are thinking right now. Congratulations, learners, for finishing this video lesson! Do not forget to submit your answer sheet and your video on a given day. See you next time!